some of the post-harvest activities that you are supposed to carry out on your trees. So many people plant apples, and the manure that they planted with, that is the end of it. Apples require regular replenishment of manure. First thing first, you just dig a ring like kind of a trench. See, the roots are very much far away from the base. You don't do the replenishment of manure at the base of the tree. You see this whitish kind of a color. It tells you that this manure is very much well decomposed. This is the best regular application of manure. In agriculture, we call this manure farmyard. Farmyard manure is any manure that you get from cows, goats. Hello viewer, thank you so much. This is Manure apple farmer once again. Today we are in Kiambu County, specifically Membri. Just came to do our regular follow-up on our trees, our seedlings. You can see at the background, these are apple trees that we sold some years back. These trees are 3 years old, and we just came to do our regular follow-up to see and assess how our apples are doing, how the apples are doing. And as it has always been the case, we shall always ensure that we do a follow-up to just ensure that your apples are doing well. These are now the post-harvest. I'm doing this clip just to demonstrate some of the post-harvest activities that you are supposed to carry out on your trees. Some of them today we are just going to focus on how you do the tipping, the regular tipping of your trees, how you do the replenishment of manure, adding manure, because so many people plant apples, and the manure that they planted with, that is the end of it. Apples require regular replenishment of manure, maybe after 6 months, 4 months, 6 months, depending on the condition of your trees. We're going to start by introducing how you do the replenishment of manure. First thing first, you just dig a ring like kind of a trench, just 1 meter away, from the tree. A ring rake, as you can see the way I'm doing it. Unfortunately, this farmer didn't have a spade, or didn't have a fork jab, or maybe even the requisite tool, but we are just going to improvise with what is readily available. The trench should be around just a few inches deep. I'm doing it. Because of course you can see the roots are very much far away from the base. You don't do the replenishment of manure at the base of the tree. Just do it just far away, because the roots are growing sides on the sides. Ensure that you have a very well decomposed organic manure. You can use manure from the goat, from the chicken, or even compost manure for that matter. It's a ring rake. It's a ring rake, kind of a trench just around the base of your tree. Right. And here is our manure now. This is manure from the goat, very well decomposed. There's one thing that most farmers don't know. How do you identify the best manure to use when planting your apples, or any other type of tree or any crop that you want to plant on your farm. You see this whitish kind of a color. It tells you that this manure is very much well decomposed. This is the best manure to use. You can see it is whitish, somehow whitish. It means that it is very much well decomposed, doesn't have a lot of heat. Yes, so that is why I had to recommend this. Of course, I sent this farmer to buy the best, and this is what she outsourced. She was very much lucky enough. This is how you go about it. Like one wheelbarrow is enough. One wheelbarrow is enough. And by the way, this time round, this farmer did not have a very good harvest. He didn't have a very good harvest because she never knew that apples require regular application of manure. In agriculture, we call this manure farmyard. Farmyard manure is any manure that you get from cows, goats, and we always discourage the usage of fertilizer because it will only help you just for a very short period of time. But this manure will of course last for 6-7 months or even a whole year. But for the fertilizer, just maybe 1 month, maybe just 1 month. See, like I've done it. That manure is enough. Another replenishment will be required after maybe 8 months or 7 months. That manure is enough. Do not deny your apples manure. Of course, if you want a good harvest, of course you have to dig deeper in your pocket, because everything that is good, of course, you must toil. That is enough. You have to bury this manure. Of course, you don't have to leave it, of course, exposed to the sunlight. You have to bury with the topsoil like this. That's how you go about it. And you can also even plant beans just around at the base of your apple tree. Beans are good. Anything that falls under the category of legumes, just at the base. It helps a lot in nitrogen fixation. Helps a lot in nitrogen fixation. And we are good. Let us now focus on our task number 2. Task number 2 is now how you do the tipping, sorry. And of course, you can look at these trees. They are very much tall. Of course, you don't want your trees to grow very much tall, and you want them to be maybe a maximum height of around maybe 10 to 15 feet tall. You can do the tipping, and of course that one even helps in allowing that tree to have more regeneration of branches, and of course even more fruitation. So then this is how you go about it, using some very much sharp secateurs. You can use secateurs or anything that is sharp. Just do the tipping. We are going to improvise using this metallic object that we have found here, because the farmer doesn't have a lander. And we should start doing tipping from since after maybe 1 year, yeah, so that you avoid now having to do the tipping or maybe cutting back your trees when they are this tall. I'm going to use this one. And this is how we go about it. This will help to regenerate more branches, more fruits. You shall always make sure that we do a follow-up on your trees. We don't just let you go with your trees without giving you the necessary instructions. So if I have sold apples to you, and maybe you may want me to visit your farm, allow me maybe to even record, so that maybe so many other farmers out there can learn through this content. Even if you didn't buy apples from us, we shall, and maybe we are welcome at your place, shall always be readily available to just maybe guide you on where maybe you could be stuck on maybe 1 or 2 things, or how you go about it. I think that one is good. You can maybe go to another one. I think maybe this one. You see this fresh. In fact, if the branch is very much fresh or very, very succulent, you can even use your fingers. You don't have to struggle using secateurs. These ones, you see, they are succulent. Just do the tipping like this. So I have to use two. There's also another pointer. That we are not also going to focus on how you bend these leaves to regenerate more branches on the sides. There's something we call bending them like this. I don't know whether you're just going to improvise using maybe a peg, a stick, a small stick, and maybe a string. I don't know whether we can have one here. That's how we go about it. Of course, the benefit of doing the bedding will help to regenerate more fresh branches on the sides. Just maybe tie it like this. Using any, you can improvise using any kind of string. And of course, you should always remove it after maybe 2-3 months, because it will have this, to have taken this shape like a bow and arrow, like this, using a peg or a small stick. And if your tree is growing upright may be like one branch growing very much rapidly and it is not producing side branches, you can either do the tipping or bed them like this. And of course, this is now the side, the upper side. The upper side is the one that produces the branches after a few months. The side that is being burnt by the sun. We are off season. That is why these trees do not have fruits. You always ensure that you do something after harvesting, after every harvest, because this is very much necessary. You can even tie it at the base like this, at the base of the tree. You can use a peg and it can work. And by the way, this customer also bought some pomegranates. Call them pomegranates ama kukumanga in Kiswahili. There were 2 trees, I think one dried up. You can see the way it has fruited. This one is ripe, but I'm not going to interfere with the farmer's fruits. Of course, I don't have the permission to do so. You can see some of them are even falling down. Pomegranate is also a very good fruit, especially for diabetic people. With diabetes, high blood pressure. It has a lot of health benefits. You can even Google the benefits of pomegranates. Come around. So many fruits here. You can see the heavy production. So you can maybe intercrop, maybe a few your apples, maybe just a few pomegranate trees. They are also very good for even juice making. Very good. So thank you so much. Always, as I have always told you in the past, there is my number. Call us anytime. Order any number of seedlings that you need. We shall deliver them at your doorstep. And of course, matters to do with deliveries, we shall have to agree. You can either come to our place in Nyeri. We are based in Nyeri. And for the people who are very much far away, who are not in a position to visit us in Nyeri, we shall always deliver your seedlings to your doorsteps. Thank you so much. Tana kazi.
Yeah.